Yes, I'm here.
Hi there. So again,
Hi.
just before you say anything, my confusion or not, it is confusion because sometimes when they show me something really unique and weird, sometimes that's perceived as being a negative because it slows it down for me. But I like it because it stands out. Everybody dies from heart attacks. It's the number one cause of death. So when they give me something really specific, it's a better validation. So what's fitting there for you, please?
Well, not a lot, but there are some things. My mother's name was Louise, Linda
Mm,
Louise. So there's the
yep.
L name. I collect giraffes. She wasn't a smoker. She died of cancer in my home. But when you started talking, my husband just passed away and he was a heavy smoker and smoke filled this room just now.
I'm with you. Thank you very much. That was super simple. Thank you. So I was just putting my feet on the ground, thinking this is going to be like 10 minutes. And the people who come to these events, like I've got some people here that have been to every single one of my events, and actually I have a lot of them. There's probably about 50 people here. So I was thinking, oh my God, they're going to be bored out of their mind. Thank you. You did, and I want everybody else to hear this. If you're new here, you just did, Debbie just did what I'm asking people to do. If you think it might be, but might not be, put your hand up. It speeds the whole process up. Guess what? Guess who's here? I have my door open right now, or the curtains open right now. You might even see the reflection in the glass. A hummingbird just came and flew right up to my window just now, which is a very spiritual sign for me. I have her here. Why the hell do you collect giraffes? Because we want to know. All of us here, we're all like, what's a giraffe thing? Is it like an obsession? Do you like have
I
lots of them?
I don't have a lot of them. I just love them. I have a very big one in my living room wood that was carved in Africa. When I was little, my mom, for one Christmas, there was used to be a store called Akron, and they had all these wooden animals, and she bought me a giraffe and an elephant for Christmas, and I kept them.
There you go.
So
There you go.
I
That's why. And now do you understand why I've got that African? That's why I was being drawn to the African thing. That's why I was it was being made insistent that I talk about the African aspect of it. This is her that's coming through. And you said you just, because she's telling me this, you said you just felt the room fill up with smoke.
My husband just passed away. It'll be a year next week, and he was a heavy smoker. And I've been asking him to come through, and I've been smelling cigarette smoke a lot. He used to smoke outside, so it was not in the house. So, but every so often, and when you were talking, I really didn't think it was me, but you were talking, and suddenly I could smell the strong cigarette smoke.
I'm being like I am being. My hairs on the back of my arms are standing straight up. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is supposed to be a high definition camera. I'm using it for the first time. Standing straight up. I'm feeling filled with joy right now. I'm being filled with excitement. I don't know if it's coming across to the rest of you folks, but I don't care right now. Debbie, I have mom here. She's the one that's here, and that you're smelling the cigarette smoke right at this moment in time as I was saying it and as I was talking to you. That's because your husband is in the room there with you, not here, but there with you right now. I can now see him, and he's saying he's putting his hands on your shoulders. He's standing right behind you, and he's your. I don't. I hope this doesn't come across as being offensive, but a lot of smokers think that I'll smoke outside, and then when I come inside, I'll smell fresh as a daisy. No, he stank of smoke, and so he's standing behind you, and you can smell that. And that's not an insult. It's just he smoked a hell of a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
did he have a problem with his voice, or did it affect his voice, or make his voice feel gravelly? Because I feel like a roughness in my chest up here and up towards my
Well,
my throat.
he died of lung cancer, and at the end, he was on oxygen. So a lot, talking and communicating was hard.
Okay, so I've got good news and I've got bad news for you. The good news is that they're both here. The bad news, as a medium, I have a very difficult time switching back and forth between two people talking to me at the same time. And if you knew me at all, Debbie, the one pet peeve I have walking on earth is when two people talk at the same time. And they're both talking to me at the same time, which really ticks me off. So I have him here with you. He's got his hands behind you. He's standing behind you, and he's got his hands on your shoulders, and you'll feel it. You can feel it on your shoulders right now. The warmth and the tingling, that's him. He's with you right now. He says, I love you so much. He says, well, I like this. I like this. He says, wow, I died of lung cancer. Is that a surprise? It's like, we sometimes we make choices that hurt us. And he liked smoking. He enjoyed his smokes. that really, he enjoyed it. He's showing me Frank Zappa, and I'm not a fan of Frank Zappa, the musician. But one thing that was interesting about Frank Zappa is he came down with lung cancer. He's a musician. You can Google him, and he
I know.
smoked right to the day he died. And people were like, "You got lung cancer?" He says, "Well, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die, and I like to smoke." So he kept smoking, and that's what your husband's doing with me. He's like, "Yeah, it sucked, Blair." It's like,
But he wouldn't give it up.
he
He
wouldn't
enjoyed
get.
it. He
Here's the
enjoyed
thing. We have to forgive people because he didn't intend to smoke to get cancer and die, but
no.
he enjoyed it. So he wants you to know that, I lived on my own terms. And to a certain degree, I think that's a beautiful thing. Boy, mom is here. She's the two of them are together, and she's just almost like trying to fight with him to I love her more. And type of thing. She's trying, like, they're having like this, they're having a love on you. They're trying to like have this fight over who loves you more. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I almost want to burst out laughing just watching the two of these people fight. Yeah. And she's reaching up and she's doing a thing with your ear. It's like she's either tugging or pulling on your ear. I don't know what that is. It's just like she's putting her hand. I can't do it because it'll sound really loud to you guys because I got the ear. But it's like she's just sort of pulling on your ear, and that I don't know why she's doing that, but I don't know if that was
Sounds like
something
a Carol Burnett thing.
and perhaps I don't know. I don't know about that. But is there a Carol Burnett connection there, or is there something I don't know?
Well, she loved Carol Burnett, and that was her signature to say hi to her mom when she was on television. She would tug her ear.
Yeah, I don't know if that's it. I don't know, but like people think that as a medium, I know everything. I don't. I don't know her. I don't know you. And so if she's telling me to do something, there's usually some meaning behind it, or maybe she just wants to tweak your ear for whatever reason. I don't know. But she's here. She's here. She watches over everything, and she's really glad. She says that, wow. She says that, going back to the giraffes again. She says you talk to one of the giraffes. You talk to one of the giraffes. You speak to one of the giraffes. It's not the big one. There's a small one or small giraffe thing, and you talk to it. She says.
Well, when I was little, I had one that I would talk to.
A giraffe.
Yes.
Okay, so you really do have a giraffe fetish. So we're all witnesses here. There's 86 people here going, "Oh my God, she really has." That's okay. Giraffes need love too. So I think that's a phenomenal validation. I don't know. I don't care about anybody else and what they think. I think that's a phenomenal validation. So in my personal opinion, I don't know if you do, but the fact that she zoned in on that and came to that, I think is just amazing. The two of them are here. You're not alone. You're not alone. I need you to know that. I need you to know that love never dies. I need you to know that they're always going to be there and always watching over you. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do. Thank you. I
Yeah.
feel relieved. I feel I mean, I have felt like my husband was here. And over the years, I felt my mom's been gone for 25 years. So over the years, I have felt that she was with me. But to have it validated is very important.
Okay. So I always do this. What specifically was a validation that proved to you that I'm not, I mean, we mediums get accused. Hold on a sec. We mediums get accused all the time of saying stuff that could fit anybody. I'm telling you straight up right now. We got 86 people in here, and nobody else put their hand up for the giraffe. Is there any way I could have Googled that? Do you have like a page of DebbieLovesGiraffes.com or something like that? Is there any way I could have found that information?
And no one really thinks that of me. I just remember her buying me my first giraffe. So, and then I know I have these here, and but honestly, Blair, it was the cigarette smoke that came into the room when you said she was there.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? And that's my favorite validation, because even though, I got that, we call in the business, I hate the expression, but in the mediumship business, when they go to spiritualist churches, they measure mediums by the hits that they have. And I hate that expression. Even though I had a hit with the giraffe, I think that's useless. It doesn't mean anything. When you can feel them touching your shoulders, when you can smell the smoke, when you can feel their presence, how could I do that? That's pretty freaking cool.
And I still smell it right now.
Yeah. How has it healed you tonight?
It has given me a comfort that I didn't think I could have. And I truly appreciate it.
This comfort's not just for you, it's for every single person in this room. I'm talking to Debbie right now, but I'm talking to all of you. Listen really, really closely. Doesn't it make sense that if she can feel her husband in the room and she knows that her mother is here right now, and to a certain degree that there's no way Blair could have known that, let's put a little bit of the mystery, the magic into it. Doesn't it make sense if she can feel her husband standing behind her and the smoke, that your loved ones are in your rooms with you right now? Doesn't that make sense? So if you're just sitting there waiting your turn, folks, don't do that, because the healing is here. And Debbie just experienced it, but it's not because I read for her. Debbie just experienced it because she was open to it. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
Debbie, I appreciate you more than you're ever going to know. I just need you to know that. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, because I know that the message healed you. You can see it in your face, but I know your message healed other people tonight. And that's what I'm here for tonight. I'm here to heal people. So